379, 3 home runs, 9 RBI, 8 runs in 9 games since his return. His return came as the Dodgers opened a 10-game homestand, first 4 against the Astros. They were digging it in Mannywood. He even signed an autograph before the first pitch. Top first scoreless, Lance Berkman up the middle. Orlando Hudson, the O-Dog, a menace in the field. Great play to end the inning, and defense was the story early. Manny making his first plate appearance. Let's check it out.
And now Manny Ramirez coming up, and the crowd, as expected, giving him a warm welcome home reception.
I mean, they drove down the 5 to see him in San Diego. You know he's going to get a warm reception at home. And this looked like a base hit in his first at-bat, but not to Hunter Pence. Great play to end the inning. Top second now, scoreless Miguel Tejada deep in the hole. Check out Rafael Furcal. This is a long throw. Pull James Loney off the bag, but what a play by Loney. He makes the tag. And turnabout is fair play. Bottom second scoreless, Loney at the plate now. Kaz Matsui. And all sorts of great defensive plays in this game. You can do a whole Web Gem segment just from the first few innings of this game. Top 4 scoreless. There's more. Miguel Tejada to the warning track. Andre Ethier on the run and right on time. And Tejada can't believe he was robbed twice by great defensive plays. Now back to Manny. Bottom 4 scoreless with a runner on. Wandy Rodriguez was doing his thing. He gets Manny there. And then his third at bat, bottom 6, Dodgers trailing 1-0. Rodriguez gets Manny on a 3-2 breaking ball. Rodriguez went 6 innings, struck out 6. Manny's fourth at bat, bottom 8, Dodgers trailing 3-0. Rips a single off LaTroy Hawkins. Ramirez 1 for 4 with a pair of strikeouts. Possibly a Dodger rally? No, there would be no Dodger rally. Casey Blake with a rocket, but Darren Erstad starts the 3-6-3 double play. Dodgers stranded 9 on base, and they get shut out. Rodriguez and 4 relievers combined on the shutout. And afterwards, here's Manny on Wandy in Florida. First of a 4-game set. Top second, Howard on first. Raul Ibanez heading home. 2-run shot of Chris Volstad, number 23 for Ibanez. He didn't wait long for 24. Top of the 4th, there it goes. Once again off Volstad. 12th career multi-homer game for Ibanez. What a season he's having. It's 3-0 Phillies. Jamie Moyer, he's been great in Florida. 7-0, 1.58 ERA. Only the sun is bigger in Florida. Bottom 5, still 3-0. Moyer with a no-hitter through 4, but Jorge Cantu has logged on to brokeupyournohitter.com. Later in the inning, 2 on, 2 outs. Brett Carroll over to third. Ronnie Paulino forced out at second. Moyer, 7 innings, gave him just 1 hit, no runs, struck out 4. He was 12-2 against Florida anywhere. Top 6, Ryan Howard with a historic home run. Number 200 for his career. 23rd of the season. It's 4-0 Phillies. You see Howard the fastest to 200 ever. More on that in just a minute. Bottom 7, 4-0 Phillies. Cantu pops it up, foul down the first base line. Howard, the 200th home run, not enough. He's going into the stands to make a great catch as well. Ryan Madson and J.C. Romero finished up the 1-hitter as the Phillies blanked the Marlins.
Opening in Atlanta, Jeff Francoeur. Back home, he's recorded a pair of 2-hit performances with his new team. He went 0 for 4 in this one, hits into the double play there. He did have an RBI. We go bottom 4. Braves are down a run, 2 outs. Oliver Perez, Matt Diaz. He doubles. Brian McCann, he was your Braves' only all-star. He tries to score all the way from first. And McCann, wearing his PF Flyers, he beats Brian Schneider's tag. He's safe. The game is tied. Hey, Buck Showalter, what'd Schneider do wrong trying to block home plate there?
You're taught from the get-go as a catcher to take your foot and take it right down the third base line. Set your foot up here from center field, from right field, and from left field. From left field, it's beautiful because you can see the runner, you know how much time you got. But what you don't want to do is vacate that on that ball today. He vacates the ball, gives McCann the back of the plate, and bang, bang, he's safe.
7th inning, the game's tied. Chipper Jones says, let's untie it. He's a .330 career hitter against the Mets. That off Bobby Parnell. Braves go on to win 5-3 is your final as Chipper gets the RBI.
In the other dugout Thursday night, he made his Nationals debut after replacing Manny Acta. Top 6, Cubs up 1-0. Derek Lee adding to that. Solo shot, 18th home run of the season for Lee. Cubs up 2-0. Bottom 6, Nyjer Morgan bunts, but check out his foot. Steps out of the batter's box, not called out. He runs quickly to first, and he's safe. Later in the inning, Morgan and try to steal second. Coy Hill's throw goes into center field. Morgan makes it to third on the error, and he would score later in the inning. Nats trailing 2-1. Meanwhile, Rich Harden in command all night against Adam Dunn. Dunn can do some damage if he gets a hold of one, but Harden made sure he didn't. Harden, 6 innings of work, no earned runs. He struck out 7. Top 9, Cubs up 4-1. Jake Fox, little chopper to the pitcher. Sean Burnett mishandles the ball. Sam Fold comes around to score. That's Nationals baseball. Cubs going to win it 6-2. Harden had won just one of his previous.
2.5 out of first in the Central. Cincinnati 5 back. Reds hosting this one. Aaron Harang mic'd up, and he's going to give Homer Bailey some advice.
If I'm going to get beat by him, I want him to beat me the other way, you know, shooting something down the left field line or through the left side over there.
He's talking about getting beat by Prince Fielder, a bartender, a Bailey's. Top third, 2 outs, 2 on, get out. Bailey left it over the middle, and Fielder, your home run derby champion, 23rd of the season, Brewers up 3. Joey Votto. Oh, his chi is centered. Off Braden Looper, 2-run shot, his 12th of the season. This is the longest home run at this ballpark this season, 471 feet. Dusty's club down a run. Top 5, Craig Counsell, former Hawaii Winter Leaguer. Grounds to short, Jerry Hairston Jr., FOP, friend of the program. 6-4-3 double play, Brandon Phillips joining him there. Top 6, Brewers up 4-2, 1 out, bases loaded, J.J. Hardy. Frank and Joe's favorite player, up the middle, drives into the Brewers take a 6-2 lead, and they go on to win. Your final score is 9-6. Encarnacion goes 3 for 3.
Attention to that young lady.
Yeah, that was.
We hope she's okay. These are great. It's SportsCenter's top 10 plays. Netherlands and USA. Janae Lelez with a home run. And check out the center fielder, Saskia Kosterink. She goes over the fence. Now, see, if she had on stilettos, she might have been tall enough to make that catch. Team USA wins 7-2.
You know, Benny Agbayani and Nyla, they got married at the ballpark. You were there, right?
Yeah, I sure was.
Back in the day. This is
what up, Benny?
This is Kelly Johnson and Matthew Stout, the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, and that's the team Pedro's going to play for in AAA.
The Iron Pigs. I don't think you want to get married at the Iron Pigs game.
Yeah.
This is MLL All-Star Game, Young Guns and Old School, and check out the Young Guns. They actually took a picture, and there's the picture right there.
At 7, this happened on Monday. This is a team tennis event in King of Prussia. Serena Williams loses to a 14-year-old named Madison Keys, who can serve it at 114 miles an hour. But Serena was, she wasn't focused. She was thinking about what she was going to wear to the ESPYs.
Serena wore stilettos to the White House. The president made a comment about it. Number 6, Zach Sunderland, Southern California teenager, 17, youngest person to sell solo around the world. 13 months and 2 days after he left, he made it.
That's pretty dude. Speaking of dude, ouch, Blake Griffin. Hello. New man in town. Clippers lost the game. It's only Summer League. It's going to be interesting to see what he can do, Stan.
At number 4, Romo rhymes with promo.
Hi, I'm Tony Romo. You may have seen me in such places as your local market in a tabloid, or on a football field on a random Sunday. I endorse over 50,000 different products. There's Choco Yum, gasoline that tastes like chocolate. Petro Yum, the chocolate that tastes like gasoline. Interscope Records. They came to me a little while back and said, do you mind if M&M throws you and your girlfriend under the bus? No, go ahead. But I stand behind every single product that I endorse. Kind of.
Including starter.
Hey, they better win a playoff game or Cowboy fans going to be upset.
Let's go back to Galaxy and Red Bulls. Yeah, you got that there. Aleko Eskandarian. Man, that sick touch kick to himself is what it says.
Number 2, Mariners and Indians. Ronnie Cedeno with the chopper. It's not about him. It's about Asdrubal Cabrera. Behind his back to Jamie Carroll that starts a 6-4-3 double play. Indians went on to win it 4-1.
And Stan, how you'd say it at 1, Brewers, Reds, Craig Counsell. It's not about him. It's about Jerry Hairston Jr. Tossing it to second for the first out. Brandon Phillips to first. They get the top play, but the Brewers got the win.
It's a sweep of 3-game series at the old Yankee Stadium last year. They're at the new place this weekend. Yankees have won 7 consecutive games following the All-Star break, longest streak in the majors. Curtis Granderson says, so what? That's his 19th of the season, and the Tigers up 3-1. Bottom 5, same score. Mark Teixeira at the plate with a man on. Now, Josh Anderson, well, not exactly his finest moment. Johnny Damon scores all the way from first, and the Yankees cut it to 3-2.
You know who makes that play?
Who?
Demi Lovato.
Bottom 7, same score, 2 on. Joel Zumaya facing Mark Teixeira. No need to chase it. It's not coming back. Number 22 for Teixeira. Return on investment for the Yankees is 5-3. After a 58-minute rain delay, Mariano Rivera on. What team does he play for, Neil?
Team shut it down.
Gets Marcus Thames to pop out. Thank you very much, by the way. Yankees going to win it 5-3. Rivera with his 24th save. Angels have won their last 4, and they've had Vlad Guerrero and Torrey Hunter on the disabled list during that time. They're spending the weekend in Oakland, and they're wearing flip-flops like Neil. Bottom 4, 1 on, A's down 1-0. Smart base running by Rajay Davis. After the pitch, he times Jeff Mattis's throw back to the pitcher and steals third. Take another look at it. Davis times the throw, and he's like, man, I could beat that. Sean Figgins paying no attention to the runner as Davis steals third. So you got to get him home now. After a walk to Mark Ellis, 2 on and 1 out. Bobby Crosby, 3-run shot, and everybody can take the time now. Crosby's 4th home run of the year. A's take a 3-1 lead. Now bottom 6, game tied at 3. Davis on first, and that gets by Kendry Morales. Davis on his horse, hustling around second, takes third, being sent home, clocked at 11 seconds from first to home. That is fast. Another heads-up base running play by Davis. A's go up 4-3. They tacked on 3 more just for good measure, and they're going to knock off the Angels.
Rangers against Mary Tyler Moore's favorite team, the Minnesota Twins. Glenn Perkins, 2-0 career against the Rangers with a $1.13 ERA, and facing Josh Hamilton in the bottom of the first. And you see Hamilton swinging at a couple inside pitches, and then inside again, and Hamilton says, let me take that outside. As in outside the park. You know, that's his first home run since coming off the DL. His last home run was May 24th. That's a 2-run job. The Rangers up 2. We're now tied at 2. Jason Kubel says, I'm going to add 3 off Vicente Padilla. His 15th, his career high in a season is 20. Twins up, and Twins win 5-3. Your final.
Jason Birkin had been struggling on the mound on the road this season. His ERA 9.49. And oops, there goes another one. Jim Thome, 3-run shot. Sox up 6-3. Birkin 4 1/3, 600 runs. Bottom 6. Oh boy. Danny Baez goes upstairs on Jermaine Dye, plunks him in the shoulder, just missed his head. That loaded the bases, and Thome unloaded it. Grand slam. His 16th home run of the season, 557 for his career, 7 RBI on the night for Thome. White Sox going to win at 12-8. Paul Konerko had a
already showed you St. Louis winning. Remember Carlos Zambrano? He went yard against the Cards on Sunday. 5 RBIs on the season. Let's add 2 more. And this came after a 40-pitch first inning, and he was in a 1-0 hole. Now he's out of that hole. 2 scores, 2-1, raising his season batting average to 238. Bottom 3, I know a cat named Way Out Willie. Micah Hoffpower into the stands. Look at the ball girl freeze, and then check out the cat in the hat and the cat catching the hat. All right, there's the dude with the hat who's going for the ball, and Hoffpower outmuscles him for it, and then the other guy catches the hat. Careful, man. There's a lid here. Cubs go on to win 3-1. Did you see?
6 in a row trying to add to their 5-game lead on the Marlins in the NL East. J.C. Romero into pitch at the bottom of the 8th for the Phillies. That's ball 3. Romero not happy with the call. Next pitch to Hermida. It's ball 4 outside, and Romero goes off this time on Mark Wegner. Home plate umpire yells back at him. Carlos Ruiz says, wait, everybody, calm down. Romero avoids ejection, but Charlie Manuel says, you know what, you need to cool off a bit. Next batter, Wes Helms, pinch hitting against Chad Durbin. Helms with a base hit. Ronnie Polino scores from second base. Oops, looked like someone just leveled the playing field. Game tied at 4. They went to extras. Top 12, runner on second for Chase Utley. Base hit. Jimmy Rollins coming around. Phillies take a 5-4 lead. They would add another to make it 6-4. So here comes Brad Litch in to close it. Bottom of the 12th. Still 6-4, runners in second and third for Dan Uggla, 2 outs. Ronnie Polino will score as the pitch gets away from Paul Bacco. Marlins cut it to 6-5. Hermida now at third, but Uggla grounds out to Chase Utley. And the Phillies hold on to win at 6-5. 19th save for Lidge. That's 7 in a row for Philly. And the lead in the NL East up to 6 games over the Marlins now.
Which is great on the road because he's 19-5 on the road. That's the best winning percentage among active pitchers with a minimum of 25 road starts. And, well, how about this for a start? Lincecum. I mean, how talented is this kid? That's a top play nominee, a TPN as we call him here. UW Next batter's Garrett Jones. And let's talk about Garrett Jones.
Let's.
But he's 28 years old. He's a right fielder. He played in more than 1,000 minor league games since '99. He's longest major league stint, 31 games with the Twins in '07. But right now, you know those 5 home runs you see there? Those are in the last 5 games for Garrett Jones, and out of Harvey, Illinois, and off Lincecum, he goes yard. Lincecum, 7 innings, 10 Ks. That's the only run he gives up. Top 7, Juan Uribe up, and wild pitch, and Pablo Sandoval tries to get to second. Ball bounces off Freddie Sanchez's glove for the air, and Randy Wynn scores, and this game is tied until the bottom of the 14th. Bartender, how about an Iron City?
Garrett Jones hits the drive to win it. Garrett Jones, a walk-off with his second home run of the game.
Wow. Garrett Jones. Pirates win 2-1, and that's what you get right there.
Gotta know that's coming.
Yeah, absolutely, and deservedly so. Can you have a seat in there?
No, I'm trying to get a raise, man.
All right, yeah, that was good, man. 10, Johnny Flynn. Don't know if he was there, but there he is here. T-Wolves rookie. That's not usually a shot you see him take, and he had 21. Timberwolves won. Not that it really matters.
Number 9, Celebrity Golf from Tahoe. This is Marshall Falk. He can play. Par 3 17th. Eat your heart out, Greenberg. Hole in 1. Tony Romo, 369 to take the first round lead.
Yeah, Kurt Warner had really nice things to say about Marshall Falk when he was here. Usain Bolt, how fast is 9.79 seconds? It's that fast. In Paris, 100 meters.
You can show the whole thing on top plays. Twins and Rangers at number 7. Alexi Casilla up the middle. Off Vicente Padilla. Elvis Andrus. We got to win this game. Elvis with a great play to throw the runner out.
At 6, Tigers, Yankees. Melky Cabrera base hit. Jorge Posada trying to score from second. You're a catcher, dude. Posada wasn't wearing his PF Flyers. Josh Anderson applies the tag. Yankees, they'll get the win, and that's what matters.
All right, Marshall Falk, New Orleans. Got to give him a shout out.
Oh, yeah.
Carver High School. Number 5, Rockies and Padres. Kevin Kuzminoff down the line. Ian Stewart throws Kuzminoff out from his knees. On his knees, but not surrendering. Stewart makes the play. Rockies win 5-2.
I saw this earlier, and I kind of squealed. Giants, Pirates, Edgar Renteria, slow roller, and Andy LaRoche. Barehanded and across the body. That's big league.
I thought somebody had stepped on your foot with the flip-flops on. Number 3, back to Twins and Rangers. Andrew Jones with a hot shot. Joe Creedy dives and knocks it down and then recovers in time. Now, Andrew doesn't run as well as he used to.
Check out Giants Pirates again. Tim Lincecum. I mean, this guy is just so dude. And plus, he's from the Pac-10. The hair, the arm, and the ability. The Pirates, though, got the win in 14.
Number 1, Cubs and Nationals. Willie Harris at the plate. It's not about him. It's about Micah Hoffpower. Now, the would-be Bartman is foiled this time.
But look at the other dude catch the dude's hat.
Hoffpower able to make the grab. Carlos Zambrano